Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mindy Carlson. Welcome to the 2025 GNCC Club Playdowns. This is draw number 6.
Minimizing the downtime. You can step on the ice and cool your sliders, but if he's going to come through with the broom, you got to get out of his way.
Our featured sheet today will be broadcasting on this channel, Sheets B and C. There is a second channel on the Potomac Curling Club YouTube website that will be featuring sheets A and D. You will be getting the same commentary on both channels. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always leave those into the live chat. We'll be monitoring the chats on both streams, and so we'll be able to answer any questions that you might have or make any fixes. Currently, our ice crew is just finishing the mop after the practice. 15-minute practice has happened for both teams, and the last of the LSD, last down delivered. So on sheet A, we'll be having Team Ronca versus Team Jackson. On sheet B, we'll have Team Delarmente versus Team Leichter. On sheet C, we'll have Team Smith versus Team Guzman. And on sheet D, we'll have Team Gould versus Team Palmer. I'll be giving limited commentary. And if any of my fellow Potomac Curling Club compatriots are out there and would like to join me here at the club and chime in, that would be great. Just about finished with the pregame mop, and umpire Alan McNeil has just given them permission to get on the ice, and yep, the hammer has already been pre-decided because this is a GNCC club playdown. So it is with officials and umpires and all of that good stuff. In case you can't watch the whole game and we'll be traveling around this afternoon, perhaps going into rush hour traffic. Scores will be available at bonspieler.com/curldc. And we'll be keeping those quite updated throughout the game. Over on sheet B, Leichter's second stone, a little heavy. Benjo, Delarmente just going to try and sweep that through, and it does end up biting on the back 12. And it is out counting the red that is in the front of the house. Benjo asking for a draw behind. Benjo calling for curl sweep. Hoping for some last minute curl. A little bit, and it looks like it's going to be full 8 in the back of the house. Now for Team Leichter's first seconds stone. Sweepers on it right away. It's gonna crash. Peeling away Delarmente's stone in the top 12. Benjo asking for that to be put right back. On sheet A, Team Jackson currently sitting 3, with Team Ronka asking for, looks like a draw. Over on sheet C, seems like the ice is very curly into that one corner guard position. Quite a few guards there. We'll see what Team Guzman can throw this time. Looks like another draw in behind all those corner guards. Over on sheet B, really nice double takeout by Team Leichter. Benjo calling for a draw behind into the 8-foot. Takeout. Team Leichter asking for a hit and roll behind. Looks like the position of the broom is very tight to the rock. Asking for a very up-weight peel. And I'm concerned that they'll lose the shooter and then have it stick around. Nose hit, so it has no problem sticking around. Benjo also asking for a hit and roll. He's giving about control down, weight, ice. Slightly bumped the one in the back. Benjo did get a slight roll on that, but not in the direction that he wanted to. And Leichter coming in. Leichter coming in with asking for another hit and roll. Nose hit, a little bit of an overcurl. And that rock is now well out of the house. Leichter sitting 1 yellow. And Benjo Delarmente coming in with his first skipstone, wanting to throw a draw behind into the right of the house. Over on sheet C, Team Guzman also going to draw behind. The huge pile of guards there over to the left. I think any rock you get back there is going to be pretty well protected. Over in sheet A, Team Ronka now sitting 1 and 2. And Team Jackson going to throw a half-weight hit, I believe is the call. Over in sheet B, Benjo's first stone coming in. That's going to be a really nice looking draw. It's going to be just at T. Oh, good, a little in front of T, but it's almost completely buried. Leichter going to decide whether they want to hit or looks like they're going to try and do a just push it back a little bit, the down weight hit. Over on sheet C, Team Smith with their first skipstone. Looking for a draw behind. First skipstone for Team Leichter away. That's Melvin Shaw over on sheet C yelling yes line, and some really impressive sweeping there from Stephen Enochson and Gilad Kempenich. Nicely buried. There is a tap back possibility available to them, to Team Guzman, which is kind of what they're looking at. More of a run back. I guess it's far enough back that it would be a run back. Could hear them sort of talking about maybe a control weight shot to promote that red stone back into Guzman's yellow. At the very worst, they'll peel it and they'll open up space for them to be able to have a better shot at Smith's red. And sheet B, this is Benjo's last skipstone. Leichter has hammer this end. Oh, and on sheet C, crashes, and on sheet B, beautiful shot there by Benjo. Team Delarmente now sitting 2. And Team Leichter going to try for the double. Over on sheet D, we have Hammer coming for Team Gould. And on sheet A, we also have Hammer. I think just about everybody, I think every shot right now is Hammer across all 4 sheets, which is pretty rare to have all 4 sheets finishing at the same time. It's going to be slightly challenging for me to keep track of the scores. Oh. Over on sheet B, I don't know which one is shot. I think maybe red is shot. They're sort of pointing at red. Sheet D, I missed how many yellow scored, but I'm sure they'll put their score up pretty quickly. On sheet A, really beautiful draw coming in for Team Ronka, but it's not going to be close enough. It's going to be 1 yellow for Team Jackson in the first. Team Delarmente scores 1. I believe Team Guzman scored 1, but I'm going to wait for them to put up their score. And on sheet D, Palmieri scored at least 1. Team Smith is into the hack first, so Team Smith scored 2 in the first. On sheet C, still waiting for a score to go up on sheet D, but yellow definitely scored. I'm going to give them 1 for the time being so that I can get the camera correct for you guys, and I will fix it when they hang their score. Thanks, Courtney. Yeah, Smith did get 2. Over on sheet B, both teams with corner guards, and Benjo's team Delaramente with a really nice draw behind. It's exposed, so Team Leichter is going to do a hit and roll behind their own cover. Nice takeout on Shibi. Benjo asking for a hit and roll. Looks like a down weight or a hack weight hit. Benjo's asking for him to sweep hard. And they definitely get the roll. A lot of energy in the roll, and the shooter rolls out as well. Benjo collecting that. And Team Leichter asking for a draw. Just past the guard. And it looks like it's going to sit right at the back of right at the corner of the 12. Just biting about a third. Benjo going to go after that biter. Possibly going to be playing a clean game where he possibly going for the blank. And excellent hit delivered by Ben Peters. Shooter rolls out, so not counting, but it's there to be a backstop or a catcher for potentially a draw later. Leichter with a nice draw, ends up being sort of an off-center guard. And let's see, Benjo's looks like he's asking for a draw. Over on sheet D, it looks like Palmieri did not score. Gould scored 2 in the first end. I appreciate them hanging the score. Hit coming from Team Leichter. Is it going to be by the guard? Nope, it crashes on the guard and spins through the house. And the guard is not out, but still about a good 6 inches away from the red out of bounds line. Benjo going to be asking for a draw. Looks like I couldn't see where he put his broom originally, so could be asking for a 12-foot guard. He could be asking to split the house with a draw behind the cover of those 2 yellow guards. Yep, looking for a draw right on the center line, so it's not covered. Leichter's going to immediately take that out and then try and roll behind cover. Nice little takedown by Leichter, but not the roll in the direction he wanted. It'll be interesting to see what Benjo decides to do. He is currently shot, it looks like. It's pretty close. The houses were all measured before the tournament started, and they're within a quarter of an inch in correctness away from the pin in the center of the button, which is where we measure from. So, but the officials have told all the players, when in doubt, measure. If it's close, I mean, don't feel bad about calling a technical timeout measuring. And we've had several measures so far this tournament of really close stones. Over on sheet C, Nick Smith calling for going to do a hit for his first skip stone. He might be going to be trying for a blank house as well. Hit coming down the sheet on sheet B. Benjo missing Leichter's yellow rock, but hitting his own just for a tap back. But he is definitely shot now. No measurement needed on that. Sheet C, Team Guzman calling for a takeout of Nick Smith's rock that he just threw. This is Team Guzman's first rock on skip stone on sheet C. A lot of power on that hit. Sweeper's on it though, all the way, holding for line. And they're going to get a little bit of a roll, but not enough to hide it behind cover. Benjo looks like he's calling for a hit and roll as opposed to just a straight hit back for the one that's biting on the 4. I don't know if I would do that because I'm not very adept at hit and rolls. This ice is pretty fast, and it's been getting about 5 to 6 feet of swing all weekend so far, or all week so far. So it's a generous amount of ice. Looks like a control weight, like he's going to throw control weight. Sweeper's on it immediately. It's got a lot of curl on it. Nose hit. Benjo is currently sitting a second shot, not the roll he wanted. And so Team Leichter gonna draw in to the 4 foot, or even he could just sit mostly 8 and score 2. So we'll see how that goes. Over on sheet C, we have Team Guzman's hammer shot going. Currently, Nick Smith is sitting 1 in the house, and it looks like Team Guzman has called for a hit. And we'll see if it'll be a nose hit and stick, or if he is able to roll out and blank the end and keep control of hammer. Over on sheet A, Team Jackson with their last skip stone, and Team Ronka is going to, they're sizing up a possible double. Deborah. Team Paul Mary, they didn't hang their, Team Gold didn't, oh, they hung it in the wrong corner. All right, I'll fix that. I thought Team Paul Mary was the one that had scored. They didn't hang their score right away, so I fixed it. Right. But yeah, so yeah, thank you, Deborah. For our scores here, we rely on rely on the teams to hang the score correctly for me. But I've updated it on bondsfeeler.com, and I have also updated it on this stream. I appreciate you very much, though. Heat A, Team Jackson stole 2 in the second. Over in sheet B, Team Leichter with, looks like a downweight hit to remove Team Delarmente's red that is sitting right at the beginning of the 8-foot. Oh, and they just nudged their own to be about halfway exposed. Benjo calling for a takeout of that front stone in the 12-foot. I know, right? The pick that makes your shot the perfect run, nose run back and stick. That would be amazing. You only get to be that lucky once a game, though, Courtney. Sheet C, Team Guzman talking about if they want to do a draw or if they want to have put the rock over on the edge of between the 8 and the 12. Seems to be what they've decided to do. Spread their stones out a little bit and make any potential doubling impossible. Let's see, rocks away. I'm going to be timing this one. Sweepers are on it. It was about 15-2. And they get it way to the edge of the 12, which is one of those little sneaky kind of stones that you sort of forget that it's there until it's too late. Benjo's team coming with a hit. Oh, just by the guard and spreads the stones out a little bit. But lose the shooter and the 2 yellows still stay in the house. Run sheet C, a hit shot coming in. And oh, is it too wide? Nope, they get a piece of it. But they also lose their shooter, which I think is fine with Nick. Fix the house on sheet C. Sorry about that. Over on sheet B, Benjo in kind of a dilemma. Leichter with a really good position. He could double those out. It looks like that's what he's going to be asking his vice to do. Vice coming down with a peel weight shot, a lot of heat on it. Ben with the curl, and he gets the one in the back out, and Benjo's now sitting second shot. Not quite the double he wanted. And Leichter thinking about replacing that stone, also thinking about perhaps the hit and roll. Over on sheet C, Team Guzman going to take out Team Smith's rock that they just placed into the 12. Yep. They didn't quite remove it, still biting, and their shooter rolled out as well. Nick Smith asking his vice, Melvin Shaw, to place his broom. They're going to try hit and roll, it seems like, for Smith's first skip stone. Looks like this is going to get a little bit of a roll. Oh, they got frozen up against, just like how they had it before, and Benjo is going to go after it. Yes. Do a little, he's hoping for a hit and just a little baby flop over. Rescues Vice, put his broom very close. Looks like it's going to be a peel weight shot. Possibly. Over on sheet C, Team Guzman looks like they're going to freeze up against Team Smith's red in the back there that's just biting on the 8-foot. Oh, also looking at other options, maybe just going to do a draw. This is Team Guzman's first skip stone. Asking for curl sweep. A lot of energy on that stone. And they lose the shooter too, but they have removed both those yellows from the 4-foot. Team Leichter gonna put it back. Drawing in from the other side. Interesting, nobody's thrown on that side for, I think, the whole end. So it'll be interesting to see what the ice conditions are like over there. It hasn't been played on, so the pebble hasn't been worn down quite, and any frost in the air could build up there. So it could be kind of a slow path. We'll see what happens. On sheet C, Team Smith in kind of a pickle. Team Guzman currently sitting 2 pretty comfortably, but it looks like he's going to try and draw in and nudge that red stone back. Team Smith does not have hammer this end. This is Nick's last skip stone though, so he needs to kind of just knock that yellow back a little bit and keep the backing and make it hard for Team Guzman to remove his stone. Or else he could. Unacceptable would be if he, what Smith really doesn't want is to give up 3 on this end. If he gives up 2, then it just ties it back up again. He's got to make his stone pretty much impossible to remove. His stone's off. Melvin calling for hard curl. Benjo gonna try that same draw line that Team Leichter just tried. All right, Enochson giving it a good sweep, but not quite enough. Team Guzman still sitting 1. And they're gonna try and take it out so that they can then sit 3 for this end. Over on sheet D, Team Palmieri scored 1 more in the 3rd. Over on sheet A, it looks like Team Jackson scored 3 as well, bringing their total of 6-0. Watch Team Guzman's last shot of this end. And they lose the shooter, so Team Guzman only 2 at this end. Leichter scoring in the Team Leichter scoring in the third. I didn't. Courtney, how many did they score? Did you see? I'm gonna give them 1 point right now so I can get the cameras refocused correctly. Oh no, Courtney didn't see it either. Oh, okay, thanks up. Hopefully Team Leichter's gonna hang their score, and it looks like they scored 3 points. Bring their total 5-1. Big steal for Team Leichter. Welcome to our viewers. We're up to 31 viewers on the main stream and 25 viewers on sheets A and D. This is the GNCC Club Playdowns, draw number 6 at the Potomac Curling Club right outside of Washington, D.C. Scores listed are current. Also, if you can't sit and watch your TV all day, if you have to jump in the car, you can always check your favorite team scores on bonspieler.com/curldc. A lot of these teams played last night when their games ending at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. They're able to play a full round robin. And our women's teams will be playing a double round robin. Sorry, I believe I have the score on sheet A incorrect. It should be, Jackson scored 4, and it should be up to 7. All right, it's all correct now. Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate you making sure that I have the right scores. Although I think he would have preferred my score. Oh, impressive takeout on sheet B. Benjo with a very nice. Yes, I agree. That was very nice. Almost a triple. Team Leichter going to put one back in behind cover over on the right-hand side of the sheet. excellent sweeping there. Team Leichter, they're just going to get it into the 12-foot. It's about halfway exposed. It'll be interesting. Nope, Benjo's going to ignore it. He's going to do a draw behind, which is what I would do. Over on sheet C, Team Guzman asking for a hack weight hit against that rock in the 8-foot. Really good brushing from Connor. That is also about half exposed. Yep, and Team Leichter is going to try and do a hack weight takeout. Beautiful takeout. The roll to be exposed, and Benjo's going to do a hit and roll into the 12-foot by his Vice. Vice's first stone. Over on sheet D, Team Gold coming in for a quarter draw. Hopefully to rest up against that very dangerous little pulmonary yellow biter. Yeah, with some excellent sweeping, they're going to get it to freeze right up there. And I really love that position. Run sheet C. Oh, unfortunately, Guzman crashing on that guard. Yep, taking both of those yellow rocks that were hanging out along the back line out. They're no longer chipping hazards. And Team Smith looks like he's going to ask for a upweight takeout, probably nose hit. Although I'm sure he would, yeah, I'm sure he would love a little roll for that to sit kind of in front. Or maybe he's changing his mind. Yep, he's changed his mind. He's going to ask for a draw. Over on sheet B, Delamente's second Vice of Stone coming down the sheet. Sweeping hard for curl, looks like. Oh, it's going to be there. Sweeper's off. Oh, maybe they overswept it just a little bit. Oh, no, Benjo's going to bury it a little. Team Leichter, they're going to take that stone out. Over on sheet B, Team Guzman going to take out that center stone at the 4-foot. Their last Vice's stone. Well, looks like it's about a control weight hit. Sweeper brushing for line. And they're going to get, oh, a double. Really nice hit by Team Guzman. Nick Smith looking at how exposed the yellow rock is, which it's pretty buried. All right, Nick asking his Vice, Melvin Shaw, for a freeze. So if it's heavy, it's okay. So they're going to do sort of a draw weight hit. or draw, wait, freeze. On sheet A, Team Jackson delivering their first skip stone. Looks like they just want to guard up the house. And they're going to get a really high guard just over that hog line. You can't even see it in the on your screen if you're looking at the sheet A and D feed. If you're looking at the sheet B and C feed, you can actually see it because it's, you can see the hog lines for all 4 sheets in that feed. Enrique Kempenich said that rock is totally hittable over on sheet C for Guzman's yellow hit. Feels like it's a little heavy. I have no doubt that Melvin Shaw is going to be able to sweep it clear back to the edge of the 12. All right, and Nick wants to freeze up against it again with his first skip stone, which Nick is absolutely capable of doing that. Over on sheet B, Leichter's hit coming in, beautifully done. They're now sitting 4. Benjo's in a little bit of a pickle. He's gonna do a hero draw to get his 1. Thankfully there's a clear path. And he's got just a little bit of backing there. Nick Smith's first skip stone coming in. Sweepers on it right away. Melvin calling him on. Sweep hard, sweep hard. Are they going to make it past the guard? No, they're not going to make it past the guard, but Steven Enochson catching the roll, bringing it in to sit, just biting the 8-foot. Hammer shot coming right into view of the house over on sheet B. Oh, is it gonna stop? Yep. Yep. So that is 1 point for Team Benjo. Bringing it to 2-5. Over on sheet D, they're at the 4th end break. Sheet D scored 1 red in that 4th end, bringing their score 3 Palmieri to Gould. So sheet D on their 4th end break now. Sheet B on their 4th end break. Each team gets a break in a mid-game break for get some water, do some strategy, have a snack. All right. Team Guzman on sheet C, their last skip stone underway, and that'll be almost a double takeout. They're certainly sitting 4 at this point. So Nick Smith also in a position where he is going to have to draw for his 1. Nick Smith's draw.
Don't want to go.
Sweeper is called off. Just walking it up the ice. Saying off, off, off. Oh, might be a little heavy. Nope. Got it. Plenty of room. Team Smith scores 1 and jumps into the lead 3-2. They're going to go on their 4th end break. And we'll be taking just a small break with them until Team Gould Palmieri come back on the ice.
Great mopping. They did all right. So then the next time around, on the main straight, the middle finger out the window at 160 miles an hour. That was on TV. Oh yeah. So now people are making shirts of this. Steel.
Back on the ice. Team Delarmente versus Team Leichter on sheet B are back on the ice, as well as on sheet D. Team Gould versus Team Palmieri. Scores on those games: Team Gould 2, Team Palmieri 3, Team Delarmente 2, Team Leichter 5. Score updates on A and C. A hasn't hung yet, but they scored 3 in the 4th, bringing their total to 10-0. And over on sheet C, it is 3 Smith, 2 Guzman. And they will be on the ice shortly. Oh, sheet A, I've just been informed that they shook during the 4th end break, so that'll be Team Ronka versus Jackson. Jackson 10, Ronka 0. over on sheet B. Nice draw to the button. That would have been nice for LSDs at the beginning of the game. that would be a 0. They drew right to the button. That would have been nice for LSDs. Talking to one of the officials over my shoulder. Team Leichter coming in, gonna take a hit on that one. This game on sheet B turning into kind of a hit-off game. All right. Gonna time Ben's rock. See how fast the ice is running. That split was 4.03 seconds from the back line to the hog. And then when he crosses the hog, I will 15.09 seconds from hog to hog. And that is gonna just go into the 8-foot in the house. Okay. Seemed like they're just gonna take the stone right out. It's a sort of control down hit, maybe hack weight hit. That was about 11.7 seconds hog to hog. And losing Team Delarmente's stone and leaving Leichter stone behind. And Benjo's gonna take that right out. Ben Peters. Oh no, this is gonna be a draw weight hit. 4 seconds. Benjo hoping to sweepers on it right away. Heard the back 8 call. That's 15.3 seconds. Looks like it's gonna go in just about to T-line. Like they're gonna hit and roll to split the house. About 11 seconds. They're going to get a roll, not quite as far as they wanted to, but to the top line. It's pretty flat for doubling, but it looks like Benjo would like to just do, for sure, get that one in the center. Over in sheet D, looks like Team Palmieri wants to play a very clean game. They're going after Team Gould's biter there in the back of the 12-foot. Connor with a great sweep, but unfortunately they do lose the shooter. Team Leichter calling for another draw to split the house. They've been throwing a lot of hits, not a lot of draws, so it'll be interesting to see how their draw weight is. Oh, really nice little draw behind roll for Team Guzman. The hit and the little roll, they just skimmed around that guard. Gilad Kempenich in the hack for Team Smith over on sheet C. Coming out with a low weight hit. It's gonna get it. They're gonna get a little tiny baby roll. And Team Guzman would like a hit with a little bit further roll, so they're gonna see what they can do. These teams are all playing so well. It really comes down to who makes the first error in a lot of cases for the ends, and then can the other team capitalize on it. And there you have it flashing past, and let's see what Team Smith can do. Because Team Guzman has not made very many errors. Yep, Nick calling for center guard for his Vice's first rock. Team Gould over on sheet D already on skips rocks. This is his Red's first skip rock. He's asking for a takeout of Palmieri's yellow that is just biting the 8 foot in the back of the house. Very nice hit, roll, they lose the shooter. Oh, Benjo just flashing by, just over curl, just that little bit, and now Team Leichter gonna put a rock over on the right-hand side of the house for his first skip stone. Rocks away. Very nice draw weight. That's about 15.16 seconds for the draw. Team Leichter. Now sitting 3, Benjo. Trying to decide what to, I would maybe hit the one over on the left-hand side and try and roll to where I have some backing. But their hit and rolls haven't really been working quite as well as they would have hoped. So we'll see what they decide to do. And if Benjo maybe wants to call it timeout. Although looking at his shot clock, it's only been about 40 seconds of thinking time. We're in sheet C, Nick Smith calling for a draw to sit right in front of Guzman's Yellowstone in the 8 foot in the back of the house. Benjo, pretty heavy hit coming in, sweeping for line. And they're going to get the nose hit on it, and oh, beautiful double. Way to go, Benjo. And the shooter just hangs around right at the edge of the 12 foot. Nick Smith's last skip rock. Oh no, first skip rock, sorry. I was hiding from me. I hear line's great, line's good. You say 8 foot, so they expect it to be. Oh, Melvin asking him to push it. Like to sit right up against it. Oh, beautiful freeze. Exactly what Melvin wanted. Nick's got to be really happy with that throw. Team Guzman looking at a hit and a little bit of a flop over. To be under cover of those two sort of off-center guards. That's sheet B, 2 for Leichter. Alright, Team Guzman with their first skip stone. Ask him to push it. They're gonna try and sweep, carve it over a little bit. It's not gonna be nose. They do force some separation, which helps them out. But Nick's gonna put in a top 4. Yep. Yeah. 8 foot or top 4 guard. Make that harder to remove. So Nick's gonna follow basically the same draw path, just a little less weight. Over on sheet D, they blanked the 5th end. Melvin calling for sweep. Ask him to push, 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 push. I really like that draw path. Yep, that's going to be right in the middle. Oh, yep, biting the 4 foot. Really well done, good sweeping. Team Guzman's first hammer. Not first skip stone, last skip stone, the hammer. So he's gonna try and draw in. He's got some backing. Oh, you can always see he's disappointed. I don't think that's gonna get the curl that he wanted, and yep, there it is. Looks like it's just going to flash to the house. And that's going to be 2 for Team Smith. A nice steal for Team Smith. Over on sheet B, Team Delarmente with a really high corner guard and a nice center guard, and Team Leichter with a rock in the back of the 12 to start their end. This one feels heavy, but I always feel like they feel heavy. until they cross the hog line, and then they sit right on the button. This one's going to come into the back of the house, probably sit full 8 with some good backing to it. Benjo looks like he's possibly calling a draw. I didn't quite see where he tapped his broom where he wants it. It's definitely draw weight to about T, sweeping for line. They might get a little bit of a tap. Not quite the depth that they wanted. I wonder if they ran into a little bit of frost on that line. Because the time I got for the split coming out of the hack, that should have been about T. Seemed like they're gonna get rid of those guards. And they managed to get rid of both of them, just missing their own in the back of the house. And their second, Ben Peters. Back up. Benjo asking for the freeze. Over on sheet D, Gould with one just biting the 4-foot Palmieri with one full 8. Gould's going to ask for his second to take that out. It is a rocket coming down the ice. They're going to get a little bit of a flop to it. I like that roll very much. It's going to stick around. Just barely biting. I don't know. If I'm the other team, I'm going to ask for the biter bar, if that matters later. Which these things have a way of not mattering later. Big hit over on sheet B. Benjo asking for another freeze. Over on sheet C, Nick Smith asking for Gilad Kempenich to take out Guzman's yellow in the 12-foot. Looks like a control weight hit shot. Over on sheet B, very nice little freeze. Leichter's going to try and do a takeout though. Nice takeout by Gilad Kempenich over on sheet C. And Team Guzman looks like they're going to do a draw behind their cover guard. Nice draw weight from Team Guzman. Sheet B, really nice freeze attempt by Team Delarmente. And Leichter gonna take it out. They're playing a pretty strong pick game. Anything that Benjo's putting in, they're taking out. Calling the sweepers off. Gonna be a hit. Well, they took out their own as well. Caught it before it hit the hacks, which we very much appreciate. Benjo gonna do another freeze attempt for his first skip stone on sheet B. Over on sheet C, nice little takeout by Team Guzman. Taking out one of Smith's rocks in the front and then losing their shooter. Nick Smith gonna put it right back on the center line. Guard up their shot rock. Benjo's draw weight, little bit heavy, but he's looking for a freeze, so he can afford to be just a little bit heavy, and that's going to be lovely. A little more separation than I think he wanted, and Leichter gonna take it out. All the yelling from sheet D, they want a beautiful draw and a freeze by Team Palmieri onto Team Gould's rock that is halfway between the 8 and the 12. Team Gould now looking at, can they get the angle on that rock, a hit on that rock just right. Oh, sheets B and C. Rocks are flying everywhere. People are flying everywhere, trying to keep the rocks from interfering with other games. it's chaos. Nick Smith walking over to sheet D to make sure that that rock that is over near the line actually belongs to sheet D and isn't something that escaped from sheet C, which we appreciate. And Nick asking for his vice Melvin Shaw to take out Guzman's guard. This is, I think, hammer for Benjo. So he's just going to do a draw in and get his one. Sheet C, Team Guzman's last Vice's stone. Looks like they're asking for a draw in. Over to the edge of the house. Maybe nudge out, either nudge out or freeze onto the Nick Smith's stone hanging out there at the edge of the 12. Good job to Benjo. Drawing in force of 1 to him, but takes the score to 7-3. And over on sheet D, looks like that was 1 for Palmieri. Deborah, please correct me if I'm incorrect on that one. Smith gonna try and take out the rock there in the edge of the 12, maybe do a little hit and roll. Nope, split off, and Gilad Kempenich there to catch it. Smith still sitting one with his rock 3 inches into the house.
2.5, 3 if you can.
Guzman's first skip stone coming down sheet C. Draw weight shot, possibly a little heavy. Looks like it's starting to curl, but I don't know if they're going to get enough curl to freeze up against. Looks like it's probably going to stick around. Yeah, looks like it might freeze. Not quite touching, but a really great position. And Melvin Shaw putting his stick right back to where he had it before for Nick to remove that rock.
Okay, high guard.
Saying that one has a bit less weight on it from Nick Smith than it did before. Sweeper's off, not touching it. Oh, I think it's just a little too wide. And unfortunately, he's going to take out his own stone, leaving Guzman to set 1 and possibly have a draw. Definitely have a draw for a possibility of 2. Leichter over on sheet B, gonna do a takeout of those center guards. Although I don't think he can yet, because we are playing with a 5-guard rule.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. No, Ryan.
Well, it looks like he's just going to tap it back and into the house, and Benjo, I think, doesn't mind that at all. And that is 2 points over on sheet C for Guzman. Bringing the score, Team Smith 5, Team Guzman 4, as we enter the 7th. Benjo calling a sweepers on. We heard it was going to be a 3-guard, and he would like it to be in the house. Let's see, is he going to make it past the guard? Yes, barely just past the guard. And then they're going to just bump up against Leichter's rock, which you could get to through that port. That is a hittable rock. take out two of the guards, leaving a center guard, which is actually perfectly covering their shot stone. Benjo asking for them to draw past that guard and give the yellow in the house a little bump, he said. And they're sheepy, they're on the guard. Gonna split it a little bit. It's gonna give Benjo a good look at the yellow in the house. And Leichter's just gonna peel that guard away. Not give Benjo anything to hide behind. Sweeper's peeling that guard and working very hard to roll the shooter over. They don't quite make it out of bounds, so that shooter's just going to sit there. Benjo asking for the guard to be put back. And maybe reconsidering. Nope. We'd like the guard to be put back. Benjo left with a one guard. Leichter looking at the double. And I think he's going to try it. If he gets one, that's fine with him. Both would be great. But it's definitely a doubleable. Those are doubleable rocks. And Leichter coming down the ice with a peel weight shot. And a beautiful double, and I love the roll. They're sitting two pretty comfortably. Benjo asking for a freeze to the rock in the forefoot. Over in sheet C, looks like Nick Smith is asking Gilad Kempenich to peel the guard. And he gets a brilliant peel, and they prevent the red rock from running into the yellow that's from sheet B sitting there. Benjo now sitting shot. And I would bet $100 that Leichter is going to call a hit. Although he's considering his options. Hack weight, bumper, no hack weight. All right, hack weight hit. If they hit the guard, that's fine. just past that guard on Sheepy. And they're going to wick. Oh, they move their stone and give Benjo's better position. And they're going to wisely call for a guard on the 12-foot. Or just outside, maybe biting the 12-foot. Over on sheet D, looks like Team Gold has called a timeout, and they're talking through what to do in order to get their 2. They're currently sitting shot, but Palmieri does have 3 rocks in the house that are very promotable. So Gould trying to figure out how to get more than 1, possibly even 3. He's got 1 in the back of the 12-foot that is biting into the 8-foot, sitting for 4th shot. So if he can remove Palmieri's 2 rocks in the 8-foot, that would give him 3 points.
Should move.
Gould doesn't look.
Same shot then?
Gould doesn't look convinced that this is the right shot.
Still higher. Could do this, right? I mean, it might tickle it, but it's okay. And it gets it back. And we're sitting here, this is over more. So I think it's the same shot. I'm going to just call it 1-1.
All right. He's going to put his broom down for, it looks like a hack weight hit. Really nice result for Benjo's team. Now sitting 2 for sure, and that'll be 2 for Benjo. Over on sheet C, Nick Smith gonna try and knock out, do a double takeout, I believe, of Guzman's yellows. Bo, I don't know when Alex last played in the U.S. Nationals. I feel like that's some trivia for a more caffeinated me to find out. Team Gold talking over what they should do again. These games are timed. Each team has the same amount of time. You get 1 timeout per game. Gould has already used theirs. And it's important to keep track of your time, because if you run out of time, it doesn't matter how much, doesn't matter how far ahead you are, you will lose if you run out of time. But it seems like from the clock behind them that they do have a goodly amount of time for being in the 7th end. I think as long as they start the 8th end with about 3.5 to 4 minutes, they'll be fine. Oh, Bo, Mark Neely has an answer to your question last year in the mixed fours.
Yep, little left.
Team Guzman's hammer shot coming down the ice. Oh, I think it's going to over curl. It's going to tap that guard, crash on the guard, and Team Smith is going to walk away with 1 point. Oh no, Team Smith still has their hammer to go. I'm so sorry. Team Guzman scored the last end. Team Smith has hammer. All they need to do is draw in for 2.
Yeah, if we do that, we got a nice center guard and hopefully just right here.
Not sure.
All right, so it's like back 4, back 8.
Nick Smith, I think, going to try and draw in and rest against some of his backing right there. Over on sheet B, center guard for Team Delaramente. And Team Leichter going to start peeling guards. That was the 5th rock, and this is going to be the 6th rock. And now all of those guards in front of the house can start disappearing. This is definitely a peel weight shot coming down the ice. A lot of weight to take out one rock. Over on sheet C, Gilad Kempenich with a great sweep. Oh no. And they accidentally hit out their own, but that'll be one for Smith. But great sweeping by Gilad Kempenich. We're on sheet D, 2 for Team Palmer to take them up to 6-2. It's a steal of 2 for them. And we are in the 8th end on all 3 sheets. Scores are Leichter 7, Delaramente 5 on sheet B. On sheet C, we have Smith with 6, Guzman with 4. And on sheet D, we have Palmieri with 6 and Gould with 2. Over on sheet D, Palmieri throwing their first rock through the house. It's a time-honored strategy. Don't give your opponent anything to hide behind or rest against when you have a good lead like that. Around sheet B, Leichter going to do a takeout, possibly doubling out those guards. That is going to be about 6 seconds from house to house, and I cannot believe the sweepers are keeping up with it. Oh, just shy of the double, but they do peel away that front guard. And Benjo will do a... Benjo checking his time. He's going to do one more guard, he says. Benjo's time now at just 3 minutes compared to Leichter's 6 minutes and 33 seconds. He does have a timeout still that he could call if he needs to. Oh. A nice center guard for his Vice's last stone. And for Leichter's last Vice's stone, looks like he's looking at peeling that guard away again. And that one's also going to be about 6 seconds house from hog to hog. Yep, that was about 5 seconds, 5.8 seconds hog to hog. Benjo calling a timeout to discuss his strategy for his last 2 skip stones. For those of you watching, you can pop in the chat. Bodur is peppering us with some really interesting trivia. Bo, I think it would be, I would struggle to throw a baseball in 5.8 seconds hog to hog. Same. That was, I think the rock blurred. Or if you've watched the movie Spaceballs, he's gone plaid. Which got me a nice chuckle from one of our officials who is standing over my shoulder. Over in sheet C, Guzman with setting 1 right now and a nice trail of guards, but that rock is very hittable. It's, I think, about half exposed. And Gilad Kempenich is certainly going to try and hit it. Melvin sweeping for curl. Oh, it's just going to flash by. And Team Guzman wants T-line. Getting some input from his team. So, a little bit of a tap back, it looks like. All right, Benjo, after his timeout, looks like they've decided to do a draw behind. Sweeping for line. Oh, now plan B, curl behind the other. Just over curled a little bit, but it's always good to have a plan B. And that's beautifully done. A really nice plan B if you had to have one. Bo, ludicrous speed. Yeah, that was ludicrous speed. But he's gone plaid. All right, asking for a hit for his first skip stone on Team Leichter, sheet B. And over on sheet C, Melvin Shaw with his. I think that's the second Vice's rock. And they're going to do a hit and roll, looks like. That is not ludicrous speed. That looks like it's control weight. Very nice takeout. And that lined up perfectly to maybe do a tap back in the next, Nick's next throw. Oh. Sheet B, Team Leichter with a peel. And Benjo does not have hammer. Leichter has hammer. If I'm Benjo, I want to throw another guard right back up there, biting on the 12-foot. Ben Peter suggesting maybe for it to be biting at the 8-foot. I don't know. What do you think, chat? There's about 12 skips standing behind me. Everybody with their own theory of what they should do. Benjo's last shot. He's got 2 minutes left, which is plenty of time. He just has to cross the tee line before it hits 0. Over on sheet C, really nice takeout by Team Smith. Guzman still sitting 1. But Nick Smith essentially blocking the draw path that would allow him to sit 2 and tie up the game. All right, he's going to call for a double takeout, which is really the only shot he's got. Oh, Courtney likes in front of the shot biting the 8 is like where Ben put his broom. But whatever, he definitely needs to guard up that shot. If he ties, they go into a 9th end. And the clock is, each team is given 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock to complete their last 9th end. Benjo sweepers, sweeping furiously. Oh, and up, let it curl. It's going to be deeper than they want it to be. It's going to be actually just kissing that one. And Leichter immediately puts the broom down. He is now going to come at ludicrous speed and try and double those out for the win. Yep, he's asking if he should go peel weight. His vice is shrugging. Hammer shot coming here on sheet B. Looks like he's going to try peel weight and double those reds out. Sweepers on for line. Over on sheet C, beautiful double takeout by Nick Smith. And another double takeout over on sheet B. And that'll be 1 point for Benjo, and Team Leichter comes away with the victory. Congratulations. All right, over on, I'm gonna play around with my camera just a little bit, and I am going to give us sheet B house, or I'm sorry, sheet C is what I want. Sheet C. Oh, come on, boys. There we go. All right, they're going to try and bury that behind. It's in a great position, but it's still very hittable. I'm going to turn up the ice noise so you can kind of hear what they're thinking. get a little rub and a nice little roll. And team, just like that, Team Smith is sitting shot. Team Guzman sort of looking for the double.
Through the right way.
Time. Sorry, called it.
That's good. Sorry.
Timeout called by Team Guzman.
Yeah. What else do we have?
Which it's a good time to call timeout. This is a pretty important shot.
Yeah, this way. Counter.
I think this is easier. You like this face?
Just gonna raise the ice raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need like
And we have to stay here. No, we have this hammer. Yeah, you see this sweet. I mean, we just need to move it like 6 inches or a foot. I don't want to go. All right, then that. It's not there, right?
I think with the wrong rotation, it's not there. I think.
Okay, normal.
Normal. Just like a thin quarter.
Yeah. 8 even.
Yeah, 8.
All right. Okay.
You have like 50 seconds after the timeout. You got all the time in the world.
And that is 1 yellow for Guzman, giving Team Smith the win. Wonderful effort, a fantastic game to watch. Really, really well done. Well, from the Potomac Curling Club here in gorgeous Laurel, Maryland, I hope all of you had a good time. I had a good time. We will see you at the 8 o'clock draw. I may not be here. Somebody else may be here. Or I will have the computers up and running, and it'll just be a stream without chat. But well done to all of our players, and we'll see you later. Have a good evening.